Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, Top Rank, who just locked in an exclusive promotion network deal with DAZN, Todd the Buff, who's in charge of the day-and-day operations of Top Rank, stated in a recent interview that Puerto Rican sensation unified junior middleweight champion Xander Zayas is in negotiations with Jaron Ennis. I like it. I like it a lot. I know the boxing world wants to see Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. That's the fight that we've been talking about in the 154-pound division. But yet, if you're familiar with the channel, Punch Wrong Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, I've been trying to tell y'all that the 154-pound division is the most stacked division in the sport of boxing. For years, I've been trying to tell y'all. You could mix and match it. You could mix and match the top 10 fighters, and it's a great fight. It's a great fight. I urge the boxing world to stop shrinking the sport. Oh, man, we not going to get Vergil and Boots, man. Oh, man. No, man, you can mix and match it. Xander Zayas versus Vergil Ortiz is just as good in terms of legacy-wise than Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis. Even if Vergil Ortiz fight Xander Zayas. If Vergil Ortiz fight the winner of Keith Tom Thurman and Fundura, great matchup. If Vergil Ortiz turn around and say, you know what, let me fight the champion, the IBF champion who just beat the boogeyman, Josh Kelly. Let me fight Josh Kelly. Great fight. If Earl Spence come back out of it, was supposed to be a retirement, Vergil Ortiz versus Earl Spence in Dallas, Texas would do 60,000 plus. If Earl Spence could do 40,000 plus with Yordanis Ugas, imagine with Vergil Ortiz, two Texas boys. If Jermell Charlo comes out, because he said he's going to be moving back to his division, nobody beat Jermell Charlo. He was the undisputed in the 154-pound division. That's a great name, and that would be a great accomplishment just to fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can fight Jermell Charlo, and it'll be a great fight for them. You know what I'm saying? So this is great news, and I believe that Top Rank needs to do this because the deal that they cut with DAZN, right? It's just a short-term deal. It's just a multi-year deal with DAZN. So Top Rank got to be smart and give them great fight. Give DAZN the great fights. Give the fans the great fight. Give the fighters the great legacy fight, and you will turn that short-term into a long-term deal. And we all know that Top Rank is good for it. That's one thing about Top Rank. Top Rank may not be known for paying their fighters the most, right? But they're known for giving legacy fights. You know what I'm saying? They're known for that. You know, they get the Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez undisputed bout. We see the Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko lightweight undisputed bout. We see the George Kambosos versus Devin Haney undisputed bout. We seen the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. We see Naoya Inoue do his thing, you know what I'm saying? Navarrete, Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez. You know what I'm saying? We've seen a lot of great fights, a lot of legacy fights, and Top Rank is known for that. So you just do your job, keep doing your job, keep sustaining your reputation, and you'll turn that short term into a long term deal. Like, a lot of fans is happy that, you know, another promotional company like Top Rank is with DAZN, which, you know, just recently they hiked the prices, and it makes the boxing fans more happy that we got Top Rank, Golden Boy Promotion still trying to lock in the DAZN deal, but they still over there working in relationship with DAZN. You got Turkey Al Sheikh, you know, that emerged and have enhanced the sport of boxing, helped the sport of boxing a lot. And you got Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, one of the best promoters in the sport of boxing, arguably the best promoter in the sport of boxing. So everybody's under one umbrella except for PBC, but PBC has a great, I think they're gonna have a great 2026. Again, in the same division, we got Fundura versus Thurman. We know Javante Tank Davis in negotiations with Pitbull Cruz. You got the David Benavidez versus Sudo Ramirez. That's gonna be a great fight. On the co-main event, you got Resendiz versus Jaime Munguia. Should have been Jermell Charlo. Hopefully he's all good. And then you got the Jermell Charlo trying to get back in the ring. Earl Spence trying to get back in the ring. I think it's gonna be a good year for boxing. in itself. You got Most Valuable Promotions, MVP, that just locked in a ESPN deal. So I'm happy that these promotional companies is locking in deals. It's great for the sport of boxing. It keeps the boxing fans activated and sustain our interest, you know, and sustain and you know, the anticipation is going to be, you know, we looking for great news. This fight with Xander Zayas and Boots Ennis is very, very good. Xander Zayas is very, very young but highly accomplished in a stacked division. And I think that we've been focused so much collectively on this Boots and Vergil that we losing the sight that Xander Zayas is only 23, 24 years old and already accomplishing great things for himself. Now, of course, the names is not there, but his age, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people ain't doing what he's doing at his age, and he's only growing. You know, he's very humble. We saw him in the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show. He got a great people around him, great family orientated kid, great coach, underrated great coach Javier Centeno, who doesn't get enough credit. Remember, Javier Centeno was the same head coach that George Cambosa had in the fight that he had with Teofimo Lopez. So Javier Centeno doing great things. Trains also Camila, train my home girl Christina Cruz. Hopefully she back in the ring. I hope that she get that rematch with Fedora down the line. But yeah, I like this fight. I used to say that probably Jaron Ennis beats Xander Zayas, but the more that Xander Zayas is growing, he looking ripped, he looking ready, he looking more determined, and he's not even close to his prime. And the more that these guys wait, the more I think that Xander Zayas' resume is a little bit, is just as good or better than the Jaron Ennis, because let's not forget that Xander Zayas also be former champion 154-pound division in Patrick Chisera. So he got a name in that division. He got a name. And he's only getting better. So the more that they wait on this kid, the more I'm gonna say that Xander Zayas has a wonderful opportunity to beat Jaron Ennis, who's a phenom, who I've been trying to tell y'all for a long time. If y'all familiar with the channel, that Jaron Ennis, I think he's a late bloomer now. You know, he's 28, 29 years old. He should have accomplished, with his skill set, should have accomplished more than what he have accomplished. I know he had, you know, his business handlers, you know, in the past, prevented him to move fluently throughout his career, like the likes of Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, who he came up with. But we'll see. We'll see. It's a great matchup. It's becoming a 50-50 fight each and every day, in my opinion, because Xander Zayas is going to keep on getting stronger. You know, he's active. But Jaron Ennis is a tough fight. He got the skills to be anybody. But I like this fight. You know, we'll do further breakdowns in the future. Let me know what you feel about this fight. Y'all already know Boricua in the building. Ay, ay, ay. America in the building. This is a great fight. I like it. And I think that Top Rank has to put these fights. If they only got, what, an 8 to 10 fight deal, they got to put the best. They can't be playing around like they did with ESPN as well. I mean, they got some great fights, but there were some other fights that, you know, they could have locked in better. They truly have to give. They truly have to take advantage of these fights and give great fights after great fights after great fights. You got Keyshawn Davis, you got Abdullah Mason. Ain't no excuses not to give us some great fights back to back. Great events. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless, and on to the next.